Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back. Joining me tonight, Unique Inspirations. I appreciate everybody showing up. I hope everybody had a great day to kind of get, through your week. It's still early, so hopefully we have a grand week, y'all. I really, really pray we have a grand week. So today I was off, but I had to travel. I went to go pick up my oldest daughter from the next two cities over. She was spending some time with her friend, her best friend. But anyways, guys, I'm so glad. I hope y'all. I'm really excited. Hi, Miss Marcia. But yes. So today I wanted to do sacrifice. We all sacrifice. What are we sacrificing? And is it a blessing or is it a hindrance to people for you? I mean, we got to know these things because we don't want to keep sacrificing ourselves for things or people that are not being appreciative. Hi, Tiny Trickets. How are you? Happy Monday. But yeah, so everybody, has things that they want to do and things that, places they want to go. I want to go a lot of places, y'all. But everything that we do, not everything that we do, let me rephrase that. Not everything that we do, but a lot of the things that we do come with a sacrifice, or it involves a sacrifice. So I just want to see, because there's different types of sacrificing. And so I wanted to go over just a few. We're not going to do a whole lot of them, but you're more than welcome to put it in the chat. Send me a message. Y'all know the whole routine. If there's anything else that y'all would like to follow up on or talk about or do um, regarding the sacrifices that we're gonna go over, but just make sure y'all continue to just stay positive. It's okay. If we're because you know what, we all sacrifice something. We all sacrifice something. And it sometimes it can be like the smallest little things, just the smallest little things. So let me go and let's go over some things that we actually sacrifice. So one of them, and I think a lot of people can relate, is time. We sacrifice a lot of time. And when I'm given my time, I just want to be appreciated. Everybody wants to be appreciative of their time because time, we cannot get our time back. And I told you that last night. Time don't stop. And so what we're doing in our lives, we can't go back. We can only continue to go forward, you know? So our time is very precious to us. And I know a lot of people, they say, oh, no, I don't mess with my time. Because when it comes to my time, I don't play with that. And that's definitely understandable. I definitely understand that because you're taking time out of your day or that moment, to help somebody or and you're doing it not knowing that you are actually sacrificing something. You know what I mean? Hey, Cecile, how are you? But yeah, so your time is a sacrifice, you know. So just when you're giving your time, make sure that the time that you're given is valued, you know, and vice versa. I think other people should have the respect, to also have that to give you the same respect of giving your time. Tiny Tricks, it says, once I evaluated where in life I had time and energy leaks, it changed my life for the better. It does. It does, Tiny Trick. It's because once we set ourselves up and we know what we want to do, how we're going to do it. Not saying that it's going to always fall into place. Not always going to be falling into place, but we can always dust ourselves and get back up, right? Yeah, we can. So yeah, it does make things a lot easier. It is a life changer, because sacrificing something is not always easy. You know what I mean? Like right now, I can say, well, I'm sacrificing time to, you know, be here live, and I can be, spending time with the baby, or I can be learning a new hobby, or I can be scrapbooking. But we also have to realize, to me, this right now is a little bit more important than what I really want to do. I mean, I know the baby's taken care of right now, so I don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? But it's just the time, 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 time. So y'all always remember that time is a sacrifice. Let's see. So let's go on to the next one, guys. Love. We all sacrifice love. We've all been hurt. We have been hurt, y'all. We have sacrificed putting our heart and souls out there, whether it's to our children, our spouse, our friends, just individuals, different walks of life. We've given love, and we have sacrificed love, you know that's deep, because love, to me, love and time, and I wanted to put those two on there for sure, because love and time are, to me, two important sacrifices that we give up. And I'm not going to say give up, but that we offer. And hell, some people probably do just give it up, just give it up. But love. Cecile says, I'm a sucker for the needs of others, loved ones, so that I give more than I have left for me. Yeah, Cecile. A lot of us, sacrifice love, because we're giving it all away to everybody else that we feel is worthy of our love. But yet we don't have enough for ourselves. We forget about ourselves. And it's like, how dare me? How dare me? So if we are sacrificing our love and our time, if it's not being suitable, and you feel like it's just not worth it, or you can't, like you said, Cecile, it left you with nothing to love, have nothing to love of yourself. Put it down, and we got to start from scratch again. You got to find that love in yourself. Find the love, start loving yourself, because we cannot love, genuinely love, if we can't love ourselves. And you love yourself a lot. You love yourself. I wish that we can all say we love ourselves unconditionally. But unfortunately, we don't. So that's a sacrifice. We can't even give ourselves unconditional love. There's so many people that say, oh, I don't like this about myself. Oh, I don't like this about myself. And the things that we find that we don't like about ourselves, we cheat ourselves out of self-love. So yes, love, we do sacrifice. And Cecile, just find the love that you want in yourself. Start back over with yourself. You haven't made a mistake. You haven't done anything wrong, because there are plenty of us that sacrifice love. And so I feel like you should go back into yourself and step back some and see what you want. What type of love are you willing to give? Because that's another thing. People don't think about the type of love that they want to give, or what love that they are willing to accept. Everybody take love, and it's like whatever. And I believe that love, when somebody say, oh, I love you, do they really? Because sometimes I really think, and you kind of know when a person is being genuine and they really love you. You know, they love things about you, they love who you are. But sometimes people use love so loosely. Like it's just another figure of speech. It's just part of a sentence or just something when you get off the phone. Oh, I love you. Is it just because it's habit, you know? But I refrain from saying, "Oh, I love you," because if I ain't got no love for you, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you I love you. So be real with yourself and be real with the other person, you know. And excuse me. And some people might say, "Well, I do love." You do love, but how are you loving? Are you loving selfishly or are you loving openly? Cecile says, I am often disillusioned when I run out of offerings and nobody is there for me. Lessons I need to learn. Girl, that's powerful. And I love that you're speaking on this with me tonight, Cecile, because let me tell you something. I'm a sucker for the need of others and love too at times. Because I feel like, and the reason that I say at times is because the people that are around me and that are close to me are supposed to love me. So we all need that at some point. We all need that love from other people. We might not think we do, and people might say, but just imagine if you just sat in your house all day, every day. You didn't communicate with the world. There was no technology, no nothing. You would feel lonely. You would become depressed. You would become sad. So it's okay that we are suckers for that, but we just got to be careful of who we're asking for love and who we're giving our love to. You also go out to say, Sil, I am, let me see. Sometimes it's an empty as, how are you from a stranger? Yeah. How are you? People can be very dry. I think I found myself dry sometimes. It just kind of, we all have moods. So can't nobody say they don't have a mood. But for my mood, sometimes I can be quite dry. I don't like that. And then I think about it and I'm like, gosh, I could have said that a lot better. You know what I mean? Like I could have said that so much better. Not because it could be something that I might have going on or something in my mind. But yes, sometimes it's an empty as, how are you from a stranger? Because people don't want to love. They loving the wrong way. I don't need nothing dry. Can we put some mayonnaise on it? Some ketchup. Anyways, I gotta throw that little sweet stuff in there. But anyways, Cecile, it is true, it is. People don't need to, individuals, we have to continue to go within ourselves. And when we open our mouths, it's hard sometimes because we don't always know what's going to come out of our mouths and we don't always know how it's going to come out. But guys, just know that another way that we're giving, that we're sacrificing, is our love. And Tiny Trickets come back and tell her. And that's exactly, Tiny Trickets. We all want to be seen and heard. We sure do. The only bad thing about that, I don't like to see people that want to be seen and heard for the wrong reasons. When you want to be seen and heard for the wrong reasons, it's not going to make you feel any better, because when you really sit back and think about why you did what you did and said what you said, you gonna feel like something. You gonna feel like something like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? So yes, being seen and heard is not always a good thing. We better know why we being seen, and we better know why we being heard. And if we don't know why, we better figure it out. Tiny Tricket says, now that fake love plus light shit that some people spit and don't actually mean it. I can feel it when it's genuine. Exactly. That's what I was saying, Tiny Trickets. I can tell when somebody being, not all the time, because I sometimes, my mind be somewhere else, but the majority of the time, I know when people being genuine with me. And I know when it's just whatever. You just saying something to say something. That's just messing with folks' emotions. But those people, we have to step away from those people. Or once again, set up those boundaries and say, look, I'm a firm believer in love. And to me, love means X, Y, and Z. Whatever your definition of love is. And if you don't think my love is great enough or sufficient enough for you, then I can't love you in that way. Can't love you in that way. Not saying that we can't love, because we're supposed to love, but what type of love are we giving, and what type of love are we trying to receive? Cecile says, I try to use the time I feel neglected to say F it and use my time and energy on me, making lemonade. Okay. Is it sweet or is it tangy? That's what you have to do, Cecile. The time that when you feel like you're being neglected, that's the time you need to go within yourself. You need to go within yourself, because people will be in your face one day, and one day you ain't even heard from them. And then when they pop back up, it's like, oh, hey, like nothing was ever wrong. Like, I saw you walking down the street last night and I said hi and you just blew me off. I don't need a sometime and friend. If we go be friends, we need to be friends every day and be real with each other. But that's on my list. We'll get to friends. But yeah, when you're feeling like you're alone or neglected or whatever it is, take that time and put it into yourself. Because sometimes during that moment, that's when we get our best answers. That's when we're able to go in and try and figure out, that person is so fake. That person is so fake. Or you can just say, hey, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Because I will walk away real quick. I'm a silent leaver. But anyways, that's just me. But just, take that time to meditate on yourself and know your value, because you're valued. You're something and you are somebody. Okay? If you ain't to them, you should be for yourself. So Tiny Trick says, I just meant seen and heard as a basic human need, but I understand what you mean about those that seek attention for specific reasons and intentions. Yeah. 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 But I think, did I cover that? Did I go back over that? Because I kind of figured that's what you were talking about, Tiny Trick. But thank you so much for clarifying that. I really, really appreciate that. Because y'all know I've been gone on to something else. My mind be all over the place sometimes. But let's keep going. Cecile says, genuineness, like sunlight. You can feel the warmth. When it's gray and overcast, you can't feel the sunlight. Mm, mm, mm. I want to steal that, Cecile, because that is so true. That is so true. When it's warm And it's like, ooh, that was so genuine. You can feel it. But then you got those ones that come and whatever's coming out is not genuine. It's just cold as ice. Why are you stealing my sunlight for your drama? I don't like the gray overcast. I try my best so hard to stay away from the overcast that is blocking my sunlight. And I think we all need to stay away. It's hard. It's hard because everything in life ain't easy. But we have to. We have to walk away what's killing the sunlight. Once again, that goes into your time. And time is a sacrifice. Hello, Marcia. You know what, Tiny Trinkets? I go to therapy. Well, I don't go, but I have a therapist and I do mine's that telehealth kind of thing because of the whole COVID thing, of course. So it's very convenient. But yes, everybody can use an ounce of therapy. Ain't nothing wrong because a person has therapy. There is nothing wrong with a person because they have to get therapy. I'd rather for a person to get therapy than to get nothing, especially when they need it. You know, I know that it's hard sometimes because people don't have the insurance or the money or anything like that. But if you keep yourself around positive people and keep an open mind on the right things, that's going to help you and not everybody else. Focus on you first. We have to focus on ourselves first. So yes, there is nothing wrong with therapy. I think it's quite healing. It has done wonders for me. Yeah, Marsha, the key is positive people. You know what? I love being around positive people because not only do they keep a smile on your face, but positive people, that energy feels so good. It feels so good. And you know, when you sharing that positive energy with somebody, it's just almost like you can put y'all's heads together and you can come up with something great. And that's why I say when we lift our heads and we know that we're trying to find the best path for us and we trying to live the best life for us, that makes life a little simpler. But it's all about the company we keep. If all your friends are negative, pretty much you gonna be negative too. But you have those people that are individuals that are out there and they're pretending to be something. They positive, but they're pretending to be something. Hey JR, thank you for coming in. I love being, positive people bring good character. Positive people allow you to be who you are. If we sacrifice in love and time, because that's the first two that I talked about, the key is positive people. That's where we need to put some sacrifices at. Put sacrifices in the things that matter and the people that matter. Tanisha says, who we surround ourselves with, what we feed our bodies, moving our bodies, and connecting with nature are some amazing therapies that we can all work on implementing into our lives. Yes. Yes. We have to add those. We must add those. But see, nobody want to hear that, tiny trinkets. Nobody want to hear the good things, the things that we have to invest in on our internal and external to do that. Some people feel like if I'm around positive people, something's wrong in this world. Why? Because everything has all of a sudden went negative. Everything is south now. Nobody want to go back up north. I mean, I don't know. But it's your company that you keep. And you want to surround yourself with positive people. If you know you positive, and I know a lot of people on here is pretty much probably positive. And if you're not, I hope you are. And I want to help you get to be positive, to become positive. I be talking to y'all like y'all sitting right here at my house. And I got to remember that everybody don't talk like I do, because I be saying some stuff that probably makes sense to some and some that don't. And then it don't matter. It's me. But anyways, I think y'all get the drift, right? But I love that, tiny trick. We do need to surround ourselves with what feeds our body, soul, and everything else with good energy. Marcia says, I will be 68 in March, and most of my life has been around negative people. My attitude is always positive. I want to be happy, so I choose to be happy. That's right. That's right. And you know what? I've been around negative people too. And it's not a good feeling. It's really not. Because all they do is drain your energy. And next thing you know, it's like, then you get just tired of being around the people. Then that's when we find ourselves talking about people. So before we get through all that, let's just take the moment to remove ourselves from around negative people. Yes. I'm going through y'all's questions, y'all. I'm sorry, not questions, but comments, because I like to make sure that I recognize everything. Sil says, I know on a logical level that I should have boundaries. Yes, ma'am. A shield from being exploited. Yes, ma'am. But on the emotional level, I feel compelled to be the kindness I want more of in my life. Why do you feel compelled? I really want to know. Why do you feel compelled on the emotional level to be the kind? Is it because of society, of what people bring or what people are doing? I'm just curious because I like to get into these things. I mean, I know we don't have all night, but you know, if you can't answer me on that, Cecilia, ask yourself that question and really dig in there and find it, because I don't want you to. Let me see. Oh, okay, never mind, girl. Ah, I took it the opposite way. My bad. Yeah, that's all I know. So I guess you can say I'm compelled to of being kind, because that's all I know. I know what other things are, bad things, hatred, and you know what? I can't even say I know what hate is. I don't. I can't. I can't. I'll be lying. I would be lying to everybody watching if I told y'all if I knew what hate was. So I just know that growing up, I was told that it was a very harsh thing to say or to feel, because you saying that you hate something, somebody, that means there's, it's just no turning back. It's bad. It's, so I try to refrain from saying, oh, I hate that kind of stuff. Well, what is hate? I don't know. I just know that it's really, really bad. I know it's worse than saying I don't like. But yes, Cecile, sorry about that. I had misread your statement. But yes, but on the emotional level, you do feel compelled to be the kindness that you want more in your life, and keep focusing on your emotional level. because you want to be stable. You know what I mean? Like I'm off balance. And a lot of us in this world is off balance, regardless if they admit it or they're not, or they don't. We are all somewhat off balance. So if you want to compel yourself to get out there and be happy and be kind, do it. Because you know what? You will benefit from it. Regardless of whatever outcome or response you get from others, it's always a blessing when you are being kind to other people. People want to be around you and smile and do nice things with you. You know what I mean? Oh, Marcia, thank you so much. Marcia says your channel, Trina, your channel is the type of therapy that is needed. Thank you for that, Marcia. And I don't have a therapist license. I don't have a ministry's license. But what I do have, and I will hold this to my death, is a gift that God has given me. I didn't have to study this. There's a lot of things that I do look into, but I didn't have to study this. And I hope that many more people can come to my channel and get whatever therapy they can find out of it. Because that's what it's for. It's for to help healing, to be yourself. Take all the mask off. Come as you are. I come as I am every day. And I'm talking about internally and externally. So thank you for that, Marcia. No, Tiny Trick is people think the work's going to get done for them. Or they'll ask somebody else to do the work for them and then they want to be praised for it. That's just how it works sometimes. Y'all, please make sure you hit that thumbs up, y'all. Subscribe and like, even for the people that are lurking. But yes, I want to put the work in. I might not know how to put all the work in there, but that's when you ask questions. It's okay to ask questions. You know what I mean? Like, not asking the question is what's not going to get nothing done. If you can't ask the question and you don't know, nothing's going to get done. So I will ask 50,000 questions till I can understand it. But it's in order for me to get the work done. There's a lot of things that I want to express with y'all and talk about that I don't know to get the job done. But I will find out what I need to do in order to get the job done on whatever it is that I need to help somebody else. Because it's not only going to help somebody else, it's going to help me too. It's going to help me learn. I don't mind learning. Some people be embarrassed to ask questions and all this other. Not me. Not me. I will ask until I can understand it, like I said a few minutes ago. So, and then Tiny Tricket says, okay, so she was talking with Miss Marcia. Okay. Hey, dozen of cats. How are you today? Let's see. Hey, Stacy. Y'all, I'm so behind in my little messages here. And Cecile says, Trina tells us what we already know, but needs a loving book in the butt of the loving boot. I'm sorry, lemon boot. Y'all, I need some new glasses. I'm not lying. I know how to read, but y'all, my glasses is all jacked up. And it's scary because I just got them a year ago and they look like, I mean, me looking through the lenses seem like I've had these glasses about 3 or 4 years. But so let me go back and read that. Trina tells us what we already know, but need a loving boot in the butt of a reminder or positive reinforcement. That's true. Y'all know this stuff. But you know what? You'll be surprised to see of how many people that don't. They don't, because they were never taught. And if they were taught, they just never cared. So if you don't practice it, you ain't gonna remember how to do it. But I love the fact, and you're right, because I think everybody on here is very smart and very intelligent, and I like the fact that we can come together and piece it together and put it together. But y'all, let me go on to the next one that I have. Let's see. So, good night, dozen of cats. I hope you have a blessed night. She has another big day tomorrow. Blessings for your day that you're able to get through it, honey. So Cecile says, when I sought out a counselor, I told them that I spent my entire adult life listening to others vent until they felt better. Told them I needed someone to do the same for me. Bingo, they delivered. Thank you so much, Cecile. I'm here. And I say this, and I'm human. I'm human, just like the rest of us. And I may not have all the answers, but I want to be able to deliver what I can. And if you ask me something, if somebody asks me something, I'm going to put money on this. You ask me something, I will go find the answer for you. I might not have it within the next day. And if I do, thank you, Jesus. But if I don't have the answer, I will find the answer. But I'm the same way. As much time that I give to somebody and I'm listening to them and trying to understand them so they can get their feelings and frustrations and whatever else they have out, good or bad. But then when I'm ready to open my mouth and talk, all you get is, girl, well, yeah, yep, you're right. I want somebody that's going to listen to me to try to understand me. Because how some people can be. Some individuals will listen to you, but they ain't hearing you. They listening, but they ain't hearing you. So I get you on that one. And I'm glad that I can be here because I want to be able to be somebody that can help you and hear you out the best of my benefit. Let's see. Yes, active listening. That's it. Active listening. So I don't know if y'all can hear my oldest daughter in the background, but she loud. But I'm loud too, so I can't even complain. But I'm just saying, if y'all hear her in the background, that's what I should have said first, right? If y'all hear her in the background, it's because she's loud. And that's because she got her door closed. But around here, the walls are so thin. But anyways, let's see. Miss Marcia says, I like that watch you are. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to show y'all a little something. My sister actually had this made for me. It's actually the second one. I'm going to tell y'all what happened to the first one. But my sister had it remade for me. So yes, it's time and I love it. So this is a picture of my mom. That's my sister. And that's me when we were smaller. So yeah, I love it. And so my maiden name is Fowler. So she had that put in there. So yeah, I absolutely love this watch. I wear it when my other one died and I needed to charge it. And so I'm so used to having something here. But a lot of the times, like if I'm doing something or I just want to look at them all day, just to go back in time, I'll put this watch on. But today I'm wearing it because my other one died. So I'll probably be wearing this one for the next couple of days. But thank you. Hi, Vivian. Cecile says, sometimes just being heard is worth more than any advice. Bottling crap up is souring on the soul. Yes, it is. Very, very souring. And sometimes, and I think that's what people kind of get confused, because people don't always need you to say something to them. They just want you to hear them. Just hear them, and try to understand. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sacrifice of time. Sacrifice. I would sacrifice time for somebody that needed me. That's a wonderful thing of sacrifice. That's a wonderful way that I can sacrifice my time, is giving it to somebody that actually wants it and that needs it. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Cecile. So, y'all, let me go to my next one. The next one is personal energy. Y'all, we sacrifice personal energy, because the reason I say that we sacrifice personal energy is because we use it all day. And we want to give that energy to what's going to be worthy. We want to give that energy to something or someone that is going to appreciate it. I don't want to waste my energy on nothing that's not going on I don't want to waste my energy on things that are not going to be appreciated. Nobody should have to do that, because once again, it goes back to time. You didn't take my time, you didn't take my love, now you're taking my energy. That's asking for too much. Asking for too much. So the energy that we're sacrificing, we need to make sure that the energy of where the energy is going, make sure within that make sure you even have enough energy. Sometimes we be just like the energized bunny. They say keep going and going and going, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty. I feel like sometimes I'm the energized bunny, but I'm not. And I have to remember, whatever I'm fixing to put my energy in, it's gonna be worth it, because I still need energy for the things that I need to do. And if I'm taking that energy, my personal energy, to give it to somebody else, oh my goodness, I hope they are being mindful that same energy that I'm giving them, I could have used it for myself if they can't appreciate it. So just like right now, y'all sacrificing y'all's time, y'all sacrificing y'all's energy, y'all sacrificing y'all's love to be here with me. And I will be forever grateful and thankful, because this is a blessing. So thank y'all so very much, because y'all are sacrificing your energy right now. I will be forever grateful for this, because y'all are allowing me to come into y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm allowing y'all to come into me. And that's energy. That's energy. And I want to be able to give the best energy. So I don't want to give energy to where I could have given it to somebody, given it somewhere else. Marsh says, the energy that, yeah, the energy that we are sacrificing can wear you down if you do not put it in check. Yeah. If we don't put our energy in check, it's going to get worn out. And who else go try to give you some? We're going to be asking God for more and more energy. And he's going to be like, look, I'm giving you all the energy, but you're not putting it where it needs to be. You need to delegate your energy a little bit better, manage it a little bit better. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Shit. Sis says, I'm convinced that is why. Okay. How am cancer? I even predicted she would make herself sick and die before her time. I don't want to go that way if I can help it. That's powerful, Cecile, because my mom passed away of cancer in 2011. And I'm going to make a topic of that one day. But my mom passed away in 2011 from cancer. And do you know that because my mom was just very loving and giving, she didn't even really care about her. And I didn't like that because she always made sure she looked good, because she was just one of those from the old school. You don't go around just looking like anything, anybody. She didn't wear makeup. She might put on some mascara like me and little lip stuff. But everybody went before her kids, her grandkids, her family, sisters and brothers. She put everybody before her. And sometimes me and my sister would think, how did she manage to get this cancer? And she went way before I think her time, but I ain't got nothing to do with that time because that when she was taking, God said it was her time. So, but for me, I wasn't ready. But me and my sister, to make a long story short, what I'm saying is my sister and I believe that my mom was like her energy was gone. She had nothing left to give. And stress and but she always held her head up high. Like you wouldn't think that she'd be stressed out like that. I knew and my sister knew, but we tried. My mom would not let her. She don't want you to do nothing for her. But I'm the same way. I don't want to go like that. I don't want to go like that. And sometimes I fear that I'm gonna be that candidate to die just like my mom did. Because I've let everything just exhaust me. So I get you on that one. Stacy says, sometimes you have boundaries with people that can suck the energy out of you. Yes. Yes. But that's when you have to change your boundaries. And then if you can't, and if you change the boundaries and it's just still not going to work, that's when we have to find out what we really want to do. Do we want to stay and continue to figure it out? Or do we want to leave it as is and walk away from it? Now, remember, your happiness is in all of this. So if we're putting up these boundaries for people and they still sucking our energy, I can't let that happen. I've grown up now because I used to allow that to happen, Stacy. I used to allow people, there was boundaries, but I would let people just, whatever, suck all the energy out of me. But I had to put up I had to walk away. I had to. It's okay. It's okay because you know what? It's me. Nobody is going to live my life but me. So we got to take care of ourselves. Marcia says, we are supporting you because we are family. We are family. We sure are. Because people look at, excuse me, Marcia, the reason that I'm, because you're probably like, some people think weird, not you, but I'm just saying some people be like, well, how can she say that we are really her family? We are all family. Because I believe that we all came from one Father. And that was God. We came from one Father. So we all family in somewhat way. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line, did y'all ever think about that? People that you connect with or somehow you are connected to them in somewhat way. I really believe that. You're connected with them because, like Marcia says, we're family. We're all family. And that's why people come up with that saying of like, man, it's a small world. Y'all, I kid y'all not. I live in Texas. I've been way to Vegas. And I met somebody over there and we had one of the same acquaintances. I kid you not. We all family because we came from the same creator. Gerald says, I need to do better with my time management with people. It'll help, JR. I had to do the same thing. And now I might have to go back and do it again. Because time management with people, it can be tough. Because you want to be right there with them, for them, hear them, listen to them, feed them. But what are you getting out of it? And I'm not talking about financial or nothing like that. But are you gaining self-support? Are you gaining support? Are you being gained some type of, good spirit? Is it worth it? What are we gaining from it? What are we gaining when we're allowing people to take our energy? I'm going to say nothing. We ain't gaining nothing when we're allowing other people to take our energy. Time management. Like I said, JR, I'm going to have to go back and I have to do some time management when it comes to people because not everybody care about your time. They don't care. They don't even care. And that's so sad. Stacy says, thank you, Trina, for having this foreman. Stacy, can you tell me what that is? Foreman. Thank you for having this foreman. I'm not illiterate, but can you, elaborate on that? Because I'm not sure what do you mean, foreman? Are you talking about my God or, I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Marcia. She says she likes the way I delegate my energy. So Cecile goes on and says, it's like group therapy. We all support each other in our own way by listening and sharing. And lurkers have the opportunity to ease in their own time. That's right, Cecile. We're here. This is group therapy. This is whatever you want to make it easier and better for you to remember that great person that you are, that value that you are. And I want y'all to continue to come. And I want y'all to be able to just put out what you feel, what you good, bad, happy, sad. If your son had a birthday, tell me he had a birthday because I'm gonna really try and sing happy birthday. If somebody have a birthday, let me know. I'm gonna really try. It's not about just coming on here, listening to me give random talks or whatever, it's looking, I don't know. But it's more than that. I want to celebrate. If you guys are celebrating, I want to celebrate too. And if I'm gonna celebrate, I want to bring it to y'all, and because it's a vice versa thing. Yeah, I sure want the lurkers to come in because they probably the ones that really need it. They might really need that inspiration, and that inspiration could be anything of positivity. But look, once again, like I said, some people are afraid. Some people are afraid to come into groups and chats like this or into a community like this. They're afraid because they don't want to be caught up in saying, like, no, you ain't going to be caught up in saying nothing but how you feel and showing who you are. People can change. I believe people can change. But yeah, come on. I'll bring. Open hands, open hands, open hands, open heart, open mouths. Yes, Cecile, thank you for your loss. I went right on into that, what I needed to tell you, and I didn't even give you my condolences. Please forgive me for that. Please, because I did, I mean, it went right over me. I mean, I saw what you said and I was like, oh my goodness, like I feel the same way. I've been there, me and her walking in the same shoes. And I didn't even consider the fact that I did not even give you my condolences. I don't care if it was 20 years ago or 2 days ago or 5 days ago, my condolences. And I do sincerely apologize for that because that goes a long way. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. That's what it is. And so Cecile says, as a mom, some of us become conditioned to give our all with no return. Selfishness. I mean, selfishness. Selfishness. We do. Being a mom is one of the best experiences if you want to be a mom. And we do become very conditioned to giving our all, no return. Because I can't even look at one of my children to do something or give them something or something and ask them for something in return. That's a whole nother topic. My kids didn't ask to be here. I asked the Lord to bless me with them. So it's my duty as a mother, but I have to always remember too that I'm human. And I have to also remember that just because they're my children doesn't mean that they're not, they can treat me like somebody on the street. So I have to always remember that. And I thank you so much for even bringing that up because it's true. I will agree with you on that. You went off to say, Cecile, I think some lurkers are like trying to skip out dish for the first time. They need to watch, get a feel, find the rhythm before jumping in. Yeah, yeah. And that's what some people have to do. You know, you can't just go in there and be like, oh, I'm just supposed to start talking. No, not me. I would probably sit around for a session just to see how things go. And if it's for me, it's for me. If not, then I'm gonna say, well, this ain't for me. Let me go and move around. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want people that I can help. I want people that want it's willing to help work on themselves. And like it was said earlier in the chat, people know these things. But sometimes it's just always good to have somebody listen to you or just have that reminder. Yes, Cecile. Very fortunate. Very fortunate. Um, it's I really want to talk about how we mourn in our own ways. But that's not the topic today. But I can always, y'all know I will stop in the middle of anything and start talking about something else. But I do. But Cecile, yes, thank you. And thank you for understanding. Thank you so much. But when we are able to spend that time with our loved ones, because I'm like you, I feel so fortunate. The time that I spent with my mom, I was very fortunate because people didn't get that time. with some of their loved ones. And I love what I love the most too, Cecile, is because I have no regret. I don't have that regret to be that daughter that says, "Oh, I wish I should have." I think everything that me and my mom did and what we shared and the time that we had together will always be something special to me. Always. And I feel fortunate that I was right there. I wasn't there when she passed. I was a couple of hours late. But the time before that, because I don't think my mama even wanted nobody there with her, especially not her kids. But I'm fortunate because I was there with her through a lot of it. I'm not gonna say the whole time, but at least 90% of it, I was there with her. And I have no regrets. Marcia says, God is watching us right now and sees how we relate to each other. He likes this. Yes, he does, Marcia. Yes, he does. He's loving every single minute of this because this is what it's about. We all supposed to be together, loving and understanding and lifting each other up. When one's falling down, we're there to hold each other up. I want to be able to hold you guys up. And there's so many of y'all. And I ask God for strength and I ask Him for wisdom before I even come into these chats because it's not going to be an easy road. But you know what? For any way that I can help anybody, I've won. And I want to win in the right way. And that's by doing what God has set me to do. Thank you so much, Marcia. Oh, Marcia, be right. BRB is be right back. That's what I know it is, unless something else has changed. But it took me a long time to figure that out. I'm not even gonna lie. Yes, she did. Marcia, I'm gonna agree with that. Yes, Cecile, your mom did appreciate the care that you gave to her. And I know that she was happy. When she closed her eyes, she was happy. She knew that she wasn't going to be here anymore physically, but she knew that whatever was put here for you, your angel, your God, your protector, it was already set for you. You just got to hold tight, hold your head up, because I had to do that. I had to realize that I got to think about right now. And I got to think about if I didn't get to go with her and I'm left here, and I know she prayed before she passed for us because she told me. She told me. And I'm not going to get all into detail with all that right now, but it's special. Very, very, very special. So there's days, and I'm sure you feel alone because there's plenty of days that I feel alone. I feel like without my mom, I know I got God. So I know I'm not alone. But I'm talking about here where I plant my 2 feet on this earth, right now, here in this world, this life. I do get sad and I feel alone sometimes. My mama ain't here. Everybody don't have the best relationships with their parents. But my mom was not only my mother, she was my best friend. I can call her and I can talk to her about anything. When I say anything, I meant anything. And I don't even have to sugarcoat it. But I did respect my mom. And it's like anyways, I be staying strong, but y'all, it's hard. It's hard. Miss Marsha, she says, "You crack me up, Trina. Love your attitude." Ah, thank you. I don't know. You know what, Marsha? People take me as a joke sometimes, but it's okay because I sacrifice my time with everybody that wants to be in my presence. But thank you so much. And I'm glad that I can put a smile on your face. So anytime that you feel like you down in the dumps, you just think Trina, Trina. I'm gonna think about her attitude. Let me, because sometimes the smallest things can make us feel so good. It can make us feel so good. Thank you, Marsha. So Sil says a friend passed away on Friday. She hadn't seen her adult kids or grandchildren for at least 2 years because of COVID. Not her choice, but her kids. She gave more than she got. I didn't want that for me. You're right. And that's sad. That's why, I try to make life so easy for my children. I teach them now. I do teach them, but I also try to make it as easy as I can while I'm here. But I already let them know and try to prepare them for when I'm not here. Because ain't nobody go treat your kids like you treat them and love them the way you love them. And I wish that her children would have taken the time, if they could have, to go and even if it's just knowing that they're just there, you know. She was the mother, giving time, energy, love. Cecile says, I became a Trina fan because of her tube with Dean. Yeah, I mean, you know what, guys? Let me tell y'all something. And I think I had even addressed it on that show, the Coffee Talk Live. Coffee Talk Live is really like with me and Dean. Like, that is us. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, that is just so us. But everything that y'all get from me, everything, that's me. And that's why I love what I do. One moment I get to just, whatever, I can, it's whatever I'm feeling. And Coffee Talk Live gives me that moment of being an adult, like a full grown adult. And I don't really know how to explain that to y'all, but it's kind of like it's like being a full grown adult, but at the same time, kind of with the teenage days or years or whatever, because I miss some of that because I've always been independent. I've always worked for what I wanted. I've always tried to strive for the best. And I've put myself on hold for other people. So I didn't get to live a lot of my youth or young youth, or however we want to put it, young adult years, the way I felt like I could have. But I did what I needed to do. So now on Coffee Talk Live, I get to be that and release that. And the good thing about it is my therapist was telling me that's what you need. And when I told her that I started my own channel, she told me that's what you need. That is for you. My therapist was like, I'm glad you woke up to do something that was made for you to do. And that's this right here, right now. Good night, Marsha. We're going to miss you. I just see somebody, Cecile says, good night, Marsha. Oh, you are so welcome, Marcia. Thank you for stopping by. So Cecilia says, my mom and I were not close. I was perpetually forgiven of her. She was ever so grateful when her least favorite child took care of her. Yeah, if you was the least favorite child, you was special. And what you did, what you put out, that was very special. And I know she was grateful for that. And I don't care. For me, I had a really close relationship with my mom. Probably too close. I don't know. But if you weren't that close with your mom, you was close enough to know that that was your mom and she needed you. At those times, Cecile, we got to put all that behind us of whatever the issue is. I don't care if she had just cussed you out 2 days before she passed away. She was still your mom. And you still did what you thought you was to do as a child. And that puts a smile on my face because it lets me know you have it. You have it. You have that greatness. And you have a heart of forgiveness. Sometimes it can get us in trouble, but it's okay. At the end of the day, it's worthwhile. And at the end of your journey, it's going to be a double. So keep your head up. Don't have no regrets. Keep smiling. And I know you don't. I don't think you have any regrets. But we will talk about regrets here on y'all. My list of things that I want to go over is so long. Things that I'm probably gonna be coming up because it's not always gonna be just a blank screen and me here talking. It's gonna be more than that. Let me go on, y'all. Talking about our sacrifices. We sacrifice a lot of sleep too, especially being a mother to a newborn baby that don't want to go to sleep. We sacrificing a lot of time. We sacrificing time. We sacrificing sleep. Woo! That sleep, y'all. Oh my gosh! If you go wake me up, and I have to wake up, oh man, let it be for something great or good or worth it. Because man, I'm sacrificing my sleep. That's deep, y'all, because we need sleep so we can stay energized, we can stay healthy, we can keep our minds focused. Sleep plays a lot in our physical form. It does. So we sacrifice that time, you know, we sacrifice all that. That sleep, time, love, personal energy. And y'all, my last one, friendship. We sacrifice friendship. People will throw you away as fast as you came in. So if I'm sacrificing myself to be your friend, it's because I feel that there's great and know that there's great and know that we can help each other and be real with one another. I'm not going to sacrifice my friendship for no bullshit. For what? Why? For what? Sacrifice for friendship. Some people go out there and just do all kinds of stuff because they say, that's my friend. We all need to really understand what a friendship is. It's deep, y'all. I feel like me trying to be or being someone's friend, I want to treat them with respect, loyalty, kindness, support, understanding. And when I get mad, let me be mad. People, we we say, that's my friend. That's my friend. But you fixing to go out there and you fixing to sacrifice your friendship for some bullshit. And it could be over what, and the most of it is because it's he say, she say stuff. Check your friends. Check yourself. I sure did just say that. Check yourself. Because sometimes we're not the goodest friends as we think we are. We're not. We're not as good as friends as we think we are. We doing what we can at the best of it because that's what we know. If I'm a friend, this is what friends do. But what does friends really do? Are you willing to sacrifice for a friend? You better make sure that friend is willing to sacrifice for you because you are just as important. So I want y'all to remember that the things in life that we sacrifice, we got to be certain that the sacrifice that we put out is going to be worth it. Is it a hindrance on you or is it a blessing for you? And that's what I want to also leave y'all with. And one last thing, y'all know we do sacrifice of praise. I didn't want to leave that out. Sacrifice of praise. And I have, okay? I have sacrificed to pray. Because you know why I say that? Because when we're praying, sometimes we don't want to pray. We don't want to pray sometimes. And I'm 100% honest. So I've had a sacrifice of praise. But God forgave me a long time ago. So in our weakest times, when we are praying in our weakest times, and you be like, why do I want to pray? Why do I need to, but why don't I want to? Because it's upon a sacrifice. Sacrifice of praise. And there's so many other things that you could sacrifice praising. You can lose friends. You can lose jobs. But I pray all day. And that sometimes during that day, it might be a prayer that I'm like, oh, I don't pray for all that. Being honest. That's why I call myself an imperfect Christian. But I do it. And that's when it becomes a sacrifice of praise. So I hope that and pray that your sacrifice or sacrifices are not being a hinder or a hindrance. Guys, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for showing your love and your support. I hope everybody has a blessed night. I pray for each and every one of y'all. And before I get off here tonight, I will be praying. But I wish nobody nothing but the best. So, Heavenly Father, as we just close our eyes and bow our heads, Heavenly Father, I just ask that you touch each and every individual that comes across my path, Heavenly Father, giving them guidance, giving them strength, giving them motivation, giving them a way of knowing what they're worth. You have let us know that we are the best of the best. Though we are imperfect, we are beautiful, wonderfully made. Lord, thank you so much. Protect us and keep our homes safe. And we ask, Heavenly Father, that you continue to allow us to gather, not only to remember and understand what you want from us, but to work together to lift one another and bring more positivity to this nation, to this world as we build. May no weapon form against us shall prosper. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. Thank you so much, everybody. You are so welcome, Stacy, and I appreciate you guys just as much. Now have a great night, and I'll see you back tomorrow at 8:30 here on Unique Inspirations. Good night.